Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maaz Ahmad. I'm originally from Northern Virginia.
My name is Fatima. I am originally from Boston, Massachusetts.
My name is Hamza Abdullah. I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
My name is Ala. I'm 19 years old and I'm a current student at Tayseer Seminary.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maimuna Sabri. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a first-year student at Tayseer Seminary. The first Ramadan in COVID and in the pandemic was actually a very spiritual experience for me and had me just really realizing that Islam was like the one constant in my life.
College applications process, like living in the area that I live in. There was a point where I was so stressed and I was like, this literally does not matter. I basically booked my trip to visit Knoxville and, I loved it.
And I felt like before going to college, I needed time to understand exactly what I wanted to do, first off. Second of all, I needed a sense of like companionship, suhbah. It's gonna always be there for you that you can call, and people who are always gonna be by your side.
I think education is super important. I've spent a large amount of my life in the secular education field, and I wanted to devote at least 1 year and 2 years, in my case, to spiritual sciences and studying the religion.
I wanted to cement my relationship with God more. I really wanted to know what my deen was at its core. And so these were the questions that I entered Tayseer with.
When I heard about Tayseer and I heard about their holistic approach to Islamic education, of having that spirituality and also having the pure academics and a sense of activism in the sense of like, how do you actually apply this in the real world? I think just really made everything fall into place.
I felt that Tayseer really offered those values, and they were actively teaching them and actively propagating them to their students. And I feel like the community here at Tayseer is one that is very organic and very prophetic, and one that really allows you to tap into your inner spiritual potential and allows you to act on that.
In the Quran, like Allah refers to humans as like forgetful. Like the word human, it comes from the root of forgetting. Even though I'm here, so far away from my home, it's still sometimes you get caught up in little things, and having that kind of grounding moment of just sitting, reciting verses that you slowly become more and more acquainted with the meaning of. I think it's just a really beautiful experience, and to be doing that with people who all came here for the same reason, to get closer to Allah. I think that was just one of the most impactful things for me.
Now that I have a stronger academic background in Islam, I feel more connected to our predecessors in terms of the work and effort that they put in. And the more I learn, the more I realize how little I truly know.
I came here and I was instantly humbled. I went to Islamic school. I was like, there's probably not a lot more that I need to learn, but I was so wrong. The people that are teaching us have such a wealth of knowledge. I'd love to be here forever to just soak it up.
Ustad Zainab, Dr. Dan, Sheikh Hassan, Imam Khalid. Having them around you really helped build the way you carry yourself, because alhamdulillah, I was able to see the way they interacted and the way they spoke and the way they treated us. It helped me build the correct attitude that I wanted to carry.
At its core, it's very simple. They're telling you very simple things, but it's about practice. And at Tayseer, the curriculum, it's meant to make you practice what you learn. I feel like that's very unique to Tayseer. Tayseer gives you that environment. It gives you the resources. It meets you where you're at. And the curriculum is made to elevate you.
Not only have I learned more than I ever learned in my life, and I've been in school my whole life, I also just feel like being in a place where everything ties back to pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where you're with people who have similar goals. Just being in that environment just makes me feel alive, makes me feel like I'm living my purpose.
It's really important to be part of a community. So one of my goals that I really want to make sure that I hit was to be actively involved within the community, to make sure I'm not a student who's just in his books constantly or constantly on his own personal prayer mat, but amongst the people, interacting with the people, and being one of the community members.
Tayseer has also allowed me to really engage with my spiritual community. It's allowed me to make connections that I would have otherwise not made.
One of the concepts we talk about a lot at Tayseer is that what's integral on your spiritual path is having that jama'ah, having that community, people who are like-minded. Being at Tayseer and just seeing the barriers that are broken down when you guys all are coming from a similar place or trying to get to the same destination. You can grow a lot better, a lot quicker, a lot easier.
Like, I was considering other seminaries, but I really think that Knoxville is a really special place.
The Knoxville community constantly amazes me. I moved to Knoxville expecting a very small Muslim community, and I was blown away that it's not as small as people think it is. There's more to it, both in size, both in quantity, but also in quality. It's an amazing, powerful community. When you walk into the masjid in this community, when you go attend a halaqah in this community, when you go and volunteer in this community, there's something special there. There's a strong connection to the Quran, there's a strong connection to the Sunnah, and there's this strong idea that we need to be together in order to achieve whatever it is we want to achieve.
There's a certain light that the people have and a certain light that the community has, and they're so ready to share it. And I think that's what I was looking for, like just redirection and I guess reminding myself of what's really important.
You will be surrounded by an amazing community, wonderful teachers, beautiful students, and they will take you and meet you where you are and elevate you. They will help you ascend. They will help you reach levels that were previously veiled to you.
My hope is that people leave Tayseer with the mission of Tayseer, where they are pillars of the community, active in the community, spiritually connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that they are knowledgeable in all aspects of religion to the best of their ability.
Doing this one-year program really changes your life and the way you see the world and the way your relationship with Allah is. I would honestly recommend Tayseer to a lot of my loved ones and allow this community to grow.
You need to be proactive in your growth. You need to take initiative. You need to put yourself in situations where you normally wouldn't be in order for you to really reach your fullest potential. And if anything, Tayseer has really driven that point within me. And I feel that these are lessons that I can take and really engage in actively outside of my time here at Tayseer.
You're just kind of forced to look within yourself and be like, wow, like I have a lot of work to do. I would recommend it to anyone, regardless of what kind of career path that you want to go into, that you're in already. I think it's really important to stay grounded and recognize why you're doing everything that you're doing.